struggle, look, I'm coming up from scratch. Nothing huddle with my pain, then I turned it to some rats. Nothing motivate me more than when I hear the crowd roar. Check my name in the stands, I got drums, I got bands. Same ones that was hating, buying tickets, now they fans. Call a blitz, they don't see you, they gon' tackle your little man. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Creepy in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Pop out through this block like the end zone. What? Score, check it. Ninja calling money, my ringtone. Or blue, put her in the friend zone, she turned on. More, take one for the team, I do that for my boy. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Go creepy in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do.
Yo, what's up, guys? I want to apologize. I've been a little sick the past few days, so I haven't been able to really update the build. But I did make a bunch of changes to the Deadeye, so I'm kind of get right into it. The last build video is still like perfectly viable. Like, this is kind of just what you'd want to aim for next after you kind of finish that one. And the big thing that we got is the Adorned. I got the 87%. The 87 and 94 are the breakpoints, and the reason I didn't go for the 94% is, as you could see, the prices on the Adorned are pretty insane. Like, I think I bought my 87 for 150, and then if you wanted to get the 94, you kind of see the price difference is about 75. Divine's like higher, which isn't too bad. I mean, eventually, once I get there, I'll sell my Adorned and buy this one. That's kind of the next step for me. But with showing that, like, that's the biggest change. And then obviously getting that, it buffs your corrupted magic jewels. So we kind of changed the tree up a bit. Like, the bottom's still the same. We took off the charm slot so we can get an extra jewel. And basically pathed all the way up here. And then the other tree stopped here. And then we got this, and then now we came way over here. We got mind over matter, and then we have 15% corrupted quiver jewels with attack speed. Some have the implicit, like this one has int, this one has lightning resist, this one has chaos resist, and then the other ones are just basic magic corrupted. 15% bonus for quivers with the attack speed. We also did pick up extra cold, extra lightning against the darkness. This is a huge damage upgrade as well. And then obviously taking mind over matter, it's like way tankier. And then as you can see, I'm also using bow shot. Unfortunately, I kind of hate using this skill. I'd much rather be using lightning arrow. But since it's like level 33 for your lightning arrow, the mana cost is like way too high to sustain while using mind over matter, even with the melting maelstrom. So if you're not like using the Adorned and mind over matter, I would not recommend going with bow shot. But if you do plan on like eventually going this build, we are using bow shot with martial tempo, primal armament, overcharge, ice bite, and fork. And then everything else is pretty much the same. For lightning rod, we have scatter shot, rising tempest, close combat, conk effect, and inspiration. And when we're doing like pinnacle bosses like arbiter and stuff like that, what I'll do is I'll swap these two gems so that I have martial tempo, primal armament, close combat, conk effect, and inspiration on my lightning rod. It just makes the damage like way higher. As you can see, the tooltip already went to 70k, so more than doubled it. Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ice still basically the same setups. For Herald of Thunder, we're using glaciation, long shot, cold infusion, lightning mastery, cold pen. Herald of Ice, we're running lightning infusion, persistence, magnified effect, lightning pen, and innervate. So basically like standard Herald setup. Still using the same Orb of Storm setup with Chain, Conduction, Unleash, Overabundance, and Font of Rage. And then we're using Cast on Shock again for the bosses. I'll usually turn Blink off, and then I'll turn on Cast on Shock. with Ball Lightning, Deceleration, Impetuous, and Energy Retention. And then we do have Blink with Arcane Tempo, Ingenuity, still using Grim Feast, and then we've added Mana Remnants. And the way that we're able to get another aura is I swapped from the 2-socketed Aziris to a Spirit Implicit, and then I also have Spirit on my amulet. And then we're still using the same bow, still using Temporalis, the quiver. The only thing we've really changed is the Aziris. Then we got a +3 projectile amulet. And then depending on if your amulet is only 50 spirit, then you'll need a 30 spirit helm, which is like another 70 divines. So I kind of went a little budget route and ended up getting a pretty decent like amulet that thankfully had a spirit implicit, so I didn't have to buy such a high Aziris. And then we do have flat damage on both rings with mana and rarity. And again, mana because we're mind over matter. Do want to upgrade my Hand of Wisdom eventually and get like a 1 to 12 lightning damage. These are perfectly fine for now. Same Headhunter. We did change the boots to get some Chaos Res because it was kind of lacking. And the Chaos Res seems fine at the 40s. Like I was saying earlier, the only thing I really die to is not having the Thawing Charm, so when I get frozen. So usually when I do get frozen, I'll just kind of log out. Another thing we added since the last video was the Melting Maelstrom. I was never really struggling with mana on the last build, so I didn't have it. And then when swapping to Mind Over Matter, obviously this is just like another life flask. Also helps with the damage, like I don't have to use the Thief's Torment as much. I really only use it against like Arbiter 4. And that's pretty much it for the build. We're using rarity and everything still. I think the rarity dropped a little bit, but I mean, anything over 150 I think is pretty fine. And if you guys have any questions about this build or maybe like your specific build or even the last build, you could feel free to ask in the comments. You can join my Discord and ask questions. I will put the Maxroll link for this build in the description. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Peace.